Hey guys, what's up? My name is Art and welcome back to a movie review. This movie I'm gonna do is I don't have this movie. I watched this on Disney Plus. Okay. I didn't feel like buying it just to do a review on it. So I said, oh, it's on Disney Plus, so I'll do it. So naturally it is a Disney film. Before you think it's not The Lion King or Aladdin or any of that BS. The movie I'm reviewing is called The Black Hole. This movie was made in 1979. Was released in 1979. I was like 8 years old at the time. I remember me and my mom and my little brother was watching this in the movie theater. My brother was like 2 years old at the time. And the funny thing is, this is 2 years ago, 2 years during that time, 1977 when Star Wars came out. So all of a sudden, Star Wars made science fiction movies viable. So everybody tried to get into that science fiction craze. Of course, Disney put their own spin on sci-fi with The Black Hole. As usual, it is a family-friendly movie. It is. There's some violence in it, very little violence. But the thing is, since let's put it this way, it's violent as a Disney movie should be. Now, what do you mean by that? Well, the story stems about this exploration force trying to explore life on explore planets for humanity to colonize. They come across an old ship that was lost, and it was right near a black hole. Now, they was trying to figure out, why is this ship near a black hole? Why was it lost? Why is it near a black hole? And how come it's not destroyed? Okay. They go to the ship and investigate it, and they're kind of weirded out because all of a sudden it's like there was nobody on the ship, and it's like it looks deserted, but there's people there. Turns out that is run by the whole 99% of the whole ship is nothing but robots, and there's one lone scientist. His cover story was that 20 years ago there was a recall to return back, and he told the crew to leave, and he was going to stay and study this phenomenon of the black hole. Of course, one of the crew members, her father was aboard this ship, and he never returned home. So he was like, I don't know what happened to him. Of course, suspicion takes hold because their communications is off. He's still surviving, and he's the only survivor left. What happened to everybody else? How come they didn't make it? They had this little cute little robot called Vincent, which is like a little ball. It's like a little ball of. Let's see. Can I show you? Can I find a picture of it? Yes, this little guy right here. That's the cute factor. Funny thing is, he's the most. It's hilarious because not only does he has the cute factor, but he's also one of the most level-headed of all the crew. And it's kind of hilarious. It's like, why everybody's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And they're kind of blind, and he's like, "Something's wrong here." He's the voice of reason. The hilarious part, he's the voice of reason. He's the voice that say, "Hey, maybe we should investigate this. Maybe we should leave." And everybody's like, "No, let's investigate." It's like what happens. It's like Scooby Doo. It's kind of funny. The crew of the ship. There's like one of the best parts of the movie is Ernest Borgnine. That's how you pronounce it, Ernest Borgnine or something like that. He's one of the best part of the crew. And the funny thing is like, and everybody's like, okay. Long story short, before I'll be here forever, they found out the crew never made it out. They did get the recall. The scientist guy said, no, we're not leaving. Mutiny, and then all of a sudden, he's the only survivor, which means that the crew died. How did the crew die? Probably because of the robots. Most likely it's the robots. Then what happened is he replaced the crew with the robots. So the crew has part human. Yeah. One of the crew members there, I forgot what his name was. He's like, yeah, let's study this. This is great. Let's study this. This is mankind's greatest. The girl whose father disappeared is like, I don't know. And she has like ESP. So and the funny thing, her ESP, she can contact the little Vincent guy. Yes. Yes. I understand what you're saying. I understand. Hilarity ensues. They decide, screw this, we're leaving. Crazy scientist guy's like, you know what? No, let's kill them all. Let's kill them all because we're on the verge of this. We want to kill him. So he's crazy scientist dude. Vincent had the main bad guy, the scientist guy. Yeah, Max. Yeah, there you go. Looks like this. His name's Maximilian. And the thing is that back in the day, this was like, wow. Back in the day, this guy was like, wow. I was like, wow, he kind of looks like Darth Vader in red. And the funny thing is, when I watched this, when I was a kid, I didn't really pay attention to it. It's like, wow, sci-fi film. Awesome. I was watching this like this, sitting here. See? It says black hole right there. I was sitting there and I was like, why does this guy look like Darth Vader? Wow. Okay. I'm like, whoa, this is amazing. Similarities. Big laser gunfight. They're all robots, so guess what? You can kill people. Like I said, this is violence for a Disney film. They gotta be robots. Kind of reminds me of TV shows, like cartoons. The Clone Wars was the first quote-unquote cartoon that actually showed people actually dying in a long time. But anyway. So what happened was, crazy creepy scientist guy gets impaled by falling debris because they're going to the black hole. Gravitational pulls is way too strong. Tearing up the ship because of a meteor storm at the same time. Yes, a meteor storm. Ernest Borgnine's character decides to go to the ship and ram it into the space station. Just because. So they said, ooh, how are we going to get out? Well, there's a probe here that returned from the black hole. There was a probe, so we go there. Maximilian, the cool evil robot. Well, back then it was kind of cool. Today he's like, yeah, okay. By today's standards, is fighting the little Vincent robot like they're having a big fight. I was like, really? Okay. Okay, this is believable still. This is still believable. I'm thinking to myself, my 8-year-old self was like, oh wow, this is awesome, this is awesome, this is awesome. Oh wow, this is awesome. Yeah. My 50-year-old self was looking at this like, Take this equals. Doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, it doesn't. But then again, you gotta think about this. Sci-fi movies has always been a favorite amongst moviegoers for years and TV shows for years. Some do it really well, some don't do it so well. Now, I imagine that the 1979 budget for that was pretty big. Trust me, lots of set pieces. It was huge. But anyway, I digress. Everybody's going through the black hole. The good guys are in the probe, and they're experiencing hallucinations and spinning things, and they're spinning around like, oh my god, we're in slow motion, showing turbulence. Old creepy scientist guy is sucked out into space with the robot. Somehow they merged together. Don't understand that one. And the Maximilian robot is on a rocky desert kind of place filled with fire. And a whole bunch of other people around, like robot kind of people. So this kind of like a hell kind of thing? Without being hell? Maybe. I'm saying that this motherfucker went to hell. Okay, that makes sense. While the other people had this angelic light going through like these corridors that looks like cathedrals, and then they end out at the other end of the black hole, and the movie's over. Now, when I first got Disney Plus, I said, "Oh, the black hole! I remember this movie when I was a kid," and I put it in my watch list. Yes, I did put it in my watch list. Yes, I sure did. And I finally watched it. Yes, I sure did. What the hell is this? Oh. Tron. Oh, The Rocketeer. They got The Rocketeer. A movie that I've heard so much about but never really seen on Disney Plus. I might have to watch that pretty soon. I heard that was a pretty decent movie. But anyway, my honest thoughts. When I was an 8-year-old kid, this was an awesome movie. Now I'm like, meh. Basically, what this did, it just filled my morning. While I watched this movie and I got bored with parts of it, and I was walking around the house thinking of stuff. But anyway, would I recommend this movie? No. I would not recommend this movie at all. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you really want to try it, it's on Disney Plus. And with that being said, thank you for watching this, and wait for the next movie review.